He hasn't gone under my It was just that.
Have you brought him anything in?
No, never.
Imagine police officers who, in the pursuit of personal gain, put an end to their careers. These are real stories of corrupt cops who made decisions that led to their downfall. Here are some instances where law enforcement officers crossed the line and faced the consequences. Before we dive into these examples, please hit the like button to show your support. Now, let's uncover the moments when corrupt cops realized they ended their careers. In a Texas prison facility, a shocking incident unfolded that would have far-reaching consequences for the individuals involved and the prison system itself. It revolved around Charlene O'Banion, a female correctional officer, and an inmate named Jacob Parker, and it exposed vulnerabilities within the prison system while leading to a thorough investigation by the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. The investigation was triggered when rumors among inmates began circulating about improper interactions between Charlene O'Banion and Jacob Parker. These rumors urged prison officials to launch an official inquiry to uncover the truth behind the alleged misconduct. The interrogation began with the collection of basic personal details, including Charlene's full name, date of birth, May 10, 1989, and contact information such as her phone number and address. These details were vital for record-keeping and future investigative purposes. Initially, Charlene denied any wrongdoing during the interrogation, seeming reluctant to admit any misconduct.
Just have us together.
Yes, sir.
Be right back. Do you need water or anything?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Just hang tight. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing? You need water or anything?
No, I'm good.
So my name's Tom Lambert. I'm a detective here with Montgomery County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
Partner detective. How are you doing?
Okay.
So I'll kind of like give you a brief rundown of why we're here, and then we'll I need to get like just some name and information from you, and then we'll go into a little more detail.
Okay.
Here, let me just get a few things. What's your last name?
O'Banion, Obanion.
One in?
Just one N. Obanion.
And what's your first name?
Charlene, Shar.
Oh, hold on. I messed up.
What?
I was expecting a C for some reason.
Most people are.
S-H.
ARLEEN.
And what's your birthday?
5/10 of 89.
And what's a good phone number for you?
936-499-4650.
Where do you live at?
200 Fountain Lane. Apartment number 12304.
Is that the one on the loop?
On 105.
Okay, yeah.
Conroe.
About HED?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Conroe, Texas 77304.
Do you know your driver's license number?
Oh, no, but I have it right here.
Okay, perfect.
Two 582-6390.
I appreciate it. So we're detectives. We're not like internal affairs or anything like that. So what is being investigated could be a criminal investigation, and it could just be internal. But I tell you that to tell you that this is a voluntary interview. If you don't want to talk to us, you're welcome to walk out at any time.
Okay.
Having said that, let me see. We were notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that. I just kind of wanted to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't know anything about it. I mean,
Do you know who I'm talking about?
he's in Pod 6.
Okay.
I mean, he's just a trustee that we have, around. And
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
no,
None at all? Okay. Is that cell phone number you gave me, is that a cell phone or a house number?
it's a cell
Okay. Do you have any other cell phone numbers by chance?
Mm-mm.
Where are you typically assigned in the jail?
It depends. Sometimes I'm in pod 5. Sometimes I'm in, like today I'm in E-quad. Sometimes I'm in E-quad. They kind of just all move us around.
Okay. And where is Jacob a trustee at?
I think he's in laundry. I've seen him in laundry. I don't think he's out on the floor or anything like that.
Okay. And where would you think that, like, this allegation will come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
And he got out of here for I don't know what period of time, and he tried to contact me on Facebook, and he sent me a message, and I blocked him on Facebook. And I guess one time Parker was going back to Equad to use the bathroom, and he was talking like at the window with me. Like at Equad, because I was in Equad, he was talking through the window, and I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And I don't know why, like he went up to, I don't know what was said between them, but he went up to Parker and said something, and then Parker ended up went back to the laundry, and Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, don't talk to her, or something crazy like that. And I kind of just brushed it off. I was like, whatever, like, because he had already returned. Like, he was out and then he returned. And when he was out, that's whenever he tried to contact me. So, but again, I never spoke to him or anything like that. And I mean, that was that. I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, don't listen to him, and that was it.
Okay.
So.
Did he say why he's that Coker told him that, or?
He just said that Coker was like, don't talk to her.
Do you know Coker? No?
He was a male booking trustee for a very short period of time. And I mean, I worked Equad several times during that time. So, he's kind of like an Equad and like back and forth.
Okay. When do you think that happened?
Oh, geez. I guess a few months ago.
Okay. Is Coker back in jail, or?
He came back, but I think he left. I don't know if he like got released or he's in TDC now or something like that.
Okay.
So he's not in the facility anymore.
So I'm just not trying to be rude here. Why would you expect this conversation to come up from that? Like now, if that happened a few months ago, I'm just trying to get where you're getting at there. You said you were kind of expecting something like this.
I don't know why, like, this, I'm wondering if, like, Coker maybe said something, like, to get him in trouble or me in trouble. Like, I don't know if that's the only thing I think that's, like, related that has anything to do with Parker.
So, I was kind of told of this about, what do you think, Chris, about 45 minutes ago? So I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from. But I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls. And there's jail calls between you and Parker. And all that stuff's recorded. So I don't think you're being completely truthful. Well, I kind of know that you're not. And I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of get one shot at this of being truthful, and perception means a lot in criminal cases and internal cases. It's a huge deal. It sways people to do a myriad of different things,
Right.
And this is kind of your chance to paint your own image.
Yeah.
So, can you kind of tell me what's going on here?
I mean, whatever you heard.
Well, I want to know from you. Like, I'm not trying to go off rumor. I just want to know what happened. It's my job just to find the truth, and that's it.
Yeah. I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. I didn't, it wasn't anything like that. And that was that.
Okay. So when you say y'all talked, kind of dated a little bit before you started
No,
working here?
no, he was never my boyfriend or anything. I just knew him from the world.
Okay. So are y'all kind of talking in a nature
No.
now that he's here?
Oh, no. Now that he's here, no.
Okay.
I mean, it's never been like phone or anything like that. That's not. But we all joke around. We all make that's what she said type things. But it's never like.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone.
No, I just mean conversations you are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like.
Well, I'm not saying having phone talking about. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him at some point. Is what I gathered from these calls.
No, that was in the world, but we never dated. We just.
Okay. But you've had physical relationship with him when y'all were both out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was before.
The detectives focused on phone call recordings as possible evidence of an improper relationship between Charlene and Parker. They probed whether these calls involved phone S*X or discussions of S*Gjual acts. Charlene denied these allegations, insisting that such conversations had never taken place. As the interrogation progressed, detectives intensified their questioning about Charlene's physical involvement with Parker. While Charlene acknowledged meeting Parker outside the prison several times, including dining out and visiting bars, she stressed that these encounters were not romantic, but rather casual. However, the detectives continued to explore the nature of their relationship, leading Charlene to admit that they had met up more than 5 times, but less than 10. Although initially hesitant, she eventually revealed that their interactions had gone beyond just casual encounters into a more intimate territory outside of the prison environment.
It was. We never had anything. It was just kind of that.
You gave him oral.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was before I knew he would end up here or that I would end up here or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I'm sorry to get in your business, but
No.
the allegation's been made, so I want to have as much detail as I can
Right.
to say either way.
Mm-hmm.
So when do you think that was about? I know it's going to be hard if it was a couple of years ago, but.
Let me think. I want to say in the past 3 years.
Okay.
Because I was in a 7-year relationship and that ended about 3.5 years ago. And it was sometime after that.
Okay. And can you kind of give me more detail on where y'all met and things like that? How did you come to know him and where this all happened at?
We just met through friends. I don't remember. Where we went. I'm trying to remember. Then we went to go eat somewhere. I don't know. He was with his friends, and we just all kind of met up, and he was with one of his friends.
You remember who the friend was?
No, I don't remember. It was just a group of friends that we all, and then some friends brought other friends, and other friends brought other friends.
You remember any of your friends that were there?
I was there with my friend Christy, which she lives in Dallas, and she came to Houston for the weekend. It was a long weekend. I think it was Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Anybody else that you remember there?
Mm-mm.
Good.
We went to eat and we went to a few bars and that was it. We exchanged numbers and then we kind of talked for a little bit, met up a few times, and then that was just that.
What kind of conversations have you had with him since you've started working here and he's been in the jail?
talking about what would happen after he got out.
Okay. And then the jail call recordings, have you been talking to him like while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home, or? Okay. And how many calls do you think y'all have had together?
No. Several. I mean, I can't count them.
Okay. So y'all talk pretty regularly? All right. I haven't listened to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about like photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
Mm-mm. I gave him a photograph of his mom, which she had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
No, because we're not. I'll give any photographs of me, and when we shake things down, they would find out, so.
Okay. So what do you think that he's going to say about this?
The same thing.
What do you mean the same thing you told
Like
me?
what I told you, that we had something going on, a few years back, and he ended up here, and I saw him, and then, obviously, like, he already had my number, so it wasn't like that was top secret. And
Good.
How did you get your number
he had it from back then.
back then? So you remember?
And I've had the same number since I was 15.
So one of the things we're going to be doing is like looking at cameras and stuff too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone?
Mm-mm.
Or you go out of camera view or anything like that? Anything that's going to look suspicious that way?
I don't think so. No. When he worked B-Quad, no, even then. No.
Okay.
When I've entered the plot, I've always stayed like at the desk,
Reported him anywhere or anything like that? Okay. And when did he go from B quad to pod 6?
I think it was a while back. Maybe, I don't know, honestly. It's been months. He was in there and then he got taken out and then he went back. But I don't recall how far back he was.
Okay.
It's been months though. He went from B quad back.
So I guess, do you know it or is it in your phone? Or phone?
Oh, by heart? No, I don't know by heart. I usually call her when we have conversations. It's usually through Facebook. Like I never usually call her directly because she never responds to text messages. So if I have a message to send her, I'll send it to Facebook. And then if she needs to call me or I call her, it's usually just to Facebook. It's just easier for her.
Okay. And is your Facebook name just your first and last name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's obviously 400 jail calls, and I'm gonna have to go through all of those. Is there anything that's gonna pop up that's not jiving with what you're telling me today?
I guess we've been talking and it's been what it's been.
So I just say that.
What do you mean? Like, obviously there's something going on between us. Like, do you mean, what do I need to tell you? Like, there's something going on between us.
I need to know
hear?
if y'all had contact inside of this jail.
No.
Is what I'm trying to find out.
No. None. No.
None at all. Anywhere. Okay. You have any questions coming to mind, Chris?
Yes. So I've noticed one thing, and I want you to understand this about both of us. Both of us are veteran homicide detectives, okay? I've been doing this a while. All right? You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being from 3 years ago. I find that hard to believe. Okay? This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yes.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done.
Yeah.
And honesty is the only thing that's going to help you with us.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice to you right now is to be honest with us. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's anything? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. None of that.
Then what is it?
I might have given him the back part of me.
In the back
B
part
quad.
of B quad? Okay. How long ago was that?
A few months ago.
A few months ago? How long have you worked here?
Since April.
Since April this year?
Mhm.
Was he already here?
He was right here.
Okay. Do you know how long he's been here? Don't know. Okay.
Not at the top of my head.
So a few months ago, you gave him in the back of B. Is that correct? And that's B quad, correct? Were there any other witnesses to it? Okay.
No.
I'm just wondering because you
Like
work.
people standing around while I'm.
Well, you work days, right?
Yes.
Were you working days at the time? That's why I'm asking. Was anyone around? Because I mean, everybody's up in daytime.
Right.
It's not like the jail's locked down. Okay.
So how did this come to happen? Like, was he a floor worker, or how did that happen? How did y'all get to be alone?
At that time, yeah, they had brought him from the pod to work. They brought him from a pod, and I don't think that day they brought anybody else from the pod. It was just him, but there was, a lot of drugs and stuff being passed around, pills. So they didn't want anybody from B quad out on the floor because we didn't know who the source was or where he was passing around. So they pulled him.
They pulled a floor worker from the pod.
Yeah, from a pod. And then previous day they had pulled 2 from a pod. So it was just kind of one of those things like anybody volunteer, and then it was him.
Okay. And where exactly did y'all go?
The hallway in B quad.
Like back towards like 15, 16?
Mhm.
Or, okay. Closer towards the entrance, or like at the very end of the hallway?
So if you're entering 15, 16, it was like closer to the entrance.
Okay. And then where did he go afterwards? He just continued to work, or?
Yeah, I guess he was like mopping the floor over there somewhere.
Okay. Do you remember what bosses were working with you that day?
Like what sergeants?
Like who your coworkers in the quad were? Like who was manning the pickets and all that stuff?
I worked with White in there, Clark. I think usually there's ones I worked with in there at the time. I don't remember anybody else right there.
Okay.
I think it was just 3 of us.
And was that a one-time? You'd give him one, and that's it. Cool. How long had y'all been talking on the phone up until that point?
We started talking like in maybe August. Yeah. Yeah. It'd been a few months.
Okay. What month do you think this happened in? Last month?
Yeah.
Is that the only day he
Something like
came to work in B Quad?
I think it was 2 days that he was in quad.
Okay.
And like within a week.
Did anything happen on the second day? And was this planned? Like, did y'all
No.
talk about this on the phone or
No.
anything beforehand?
No, it wasn't pre-planned. It was just.
Okay. Can you kind of go into detail of exactly like what and how it happened?
Yeah, he was going to push cleanup into 15, 16. And I needed to roll the doors open, so you can go in. So I had the key to unlock, that little picket area so that you can roll.
Mm-hmm.
And we were walking back there, and he leaned into me, and he just whipped it out.
And then I know this is stupid, but that's just the way things work. What do you mean by?
I put his mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did he like?
No.
Okay. And is there anything you want to add or anything?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Has anything else happened?
No, we haven't had sex in the facility. He hasn't gone under my. It was just that.
Have you brought him anything in?
No, never.
Naked pictures. Did you give him any nude photographs or anything?
No, I don't take naked pictures.
Okay.
Have you written him any letters, passed him any notes? Or has he written you letters or passed you notes?
Yeah, I wrote him a letter. I'll write something down and give it to him. It's nothing like that you wouldn't hear in a conversation.
And your phone, you said that it's in a backpack. Is it in like a work locker?
No, I think it's an E-quad. I had it. Oh no, I have it in my pocket. No, sorry, I have it in my pocket.
Okay.
Yeah. Do y'all want it?
Yeah, I need that. So, part of these investigations are we have to look at cell phones and stuff. I can either do it like to a search warrant, or you can give consent to search it. It's kind of up to you how you want to do that.
Charlene recalled a significant encounter when Jacob Parker was briefly outside the prison. He attempted to contact her on Facebook, but she blocked him. However, during one of his visits to the bathroom, Parker approached a prison window, and their conversation felt more like talking to an equal than an inmate. Detectives also inquired about possible witnesses to the physical encounter with Jacob Parker, but Charlene insisted that there were none, complicating the case further. Charlene also disclosed another phone number she used to communicate with Parker via an app called Sideline, which had a different area code and provided a level of anonymity. The turning point in the interrogation arrived when detectives presented evidence suggesting Charlene had engaged in intimate acts, specifically oral S*X, with Jacob Parker outside the prison. As Charlene displayed discomfort and hesitance during the interrogation, detectives persisted in their questioning about the nature of her physical relationship with Jacob Parker. In response, Charlene disclosed that they had gone out together, visited bars, and exchanged phone numbers during their interactions outside the prison.
I just think that it's important that we know exactly what happened. So initially you said you kind of like played it off like you hardly knew him.
I mean, I didn't play it off like I knew him. I just.
Like, oh, you kind of like stood there and thought.
Oh, right now.
Parker, yeah, I think he's in pot 6. Mm-hmm. But I just looked in the system. There was like almost 400 calls. So between y'all.
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from? Kind of how it would seem from my point of view. And like I said, no judgment here. I just want to know the truth. That's it.
I mean.
So before we go into all this, do you want to just tell me the truth?
Yes, I hesitated to admit that, but I mean, after you told me on the call,
because this sounds a certain way. This doesn't sound like a 3-year ago thing. This sounds like within the last few days to me, this call. And I don't know if you remember what y'all talked about yesterday, but this sounds like a pretty recent event to me.
Okay. I mean, like the conversation recent?
Like what happened in the conversation was recent.
Okay. Well, I don't remember what I remember.
I said we'll play it.
Science dementia. I always forget like what I did yesterday, but yeah, I mean if I hear it.
Yes, they will. Yeah, you can go ahead and start it. I guess just skip through past all the.
Be a private call.
Yeah, that good?
Follow the facility instructions to register this
I'm gonna
number.
skip forward, guys.
Hey, baby.
Go back.
Baby, guess what?
What, babe?
I just won the blackjack game.
Yay.
I just won $30.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Yeah.
I really wasn't. I really wasn't like tripping about not making a store this week because I've won the last 3 games in a row.
You crazy, baby.
Crazy about you.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. That's so bad.
Did you just call me a stupid?
Oh, that's what you sounded like a while ago.
No, I didn't say
Yeah, you did.
I mean, maybe just a little, but I didn't sound that much. You exaggerated.
That's so bad.
Dude, I need to clean out my fridge,
What are
babe.
you doing, dude?
I'm putting the leftover macaroni and cheese in the fridge.
Oh my God.
Even though we all know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're not gonna
Always-
eat them.
I am.
In 2 weeks, you're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna look like a science experiment in that refrigerator.
It looks like that right now. I'm not
Does it?
gonna lie.
Hey,
Yeah, it's bad. It's not that bad, but yeah.
Oh, I'm on you.
I need to clean that fridge out. I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
You hit me when you're ready.
What are you gonna do if I just pop up and surprise you?
Dave, did you hear what I said?
What'd you say?
I said there's a lot of things I need to clean and get rid of before you come home.
Why?
I'm just kidding you. Let's try to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
What? What could I possibly have? Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. You probably got this weird swing hanging from the ceiling. Kenneth probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that swing, you better believe I'd leave that for you.
Would you really?
Hell yeah.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag ball and everything?
Yeah, babe. For sure.
You would let me put you in it?
Yeah.
I'd be down, and we look out the sliding glass door. Do you have a sliding glass door that goes to the patio, or is it like a regular door?
No. Door. Just a door.
It's just a double door?
No, just one door.
Does it have like the little blind thing that you slide up and down to open it?
Yeah, but Seth, Leslie's little boy, broke it, so I haven't had a.
Broke it.
Yeah, Seth broke them.
Have you talked to her?
Leslie?
Yeah, is she back with that dude or what? Bear or whatever?
No.
Huh?
With that. He changed his mind. Like, oh,
He changed his mind.
that's literally what he told her. I changed my mind. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to work things out.
He's gonna make
So
her
he just has.
suicidal thoughts.
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said he's gonna end up making that lady have suicidal thoughts. He needs to just leave her alone or do something.
Yeah. That's what I told Leslie.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's just keeping you in this limbo. Like, yes, I want you. No, I don't want you. Yes, I want you. No, I don't want you. I'm like, that.
True. Is she like a big woman or what?
Leslie is very short. So, like, Leslie and I think we almost weigh the same, but she's very short. Like, short. Like, her 9-year-old daughter is almost as tall as her. Like, she's short.
So she's like.
So she looks really chunky. She looks way like if she was just maybe like 6 inches taller, like I don't feel like she would look as chunky, but she's just really short, and so she's
Really?
just squish tall. She can be, yeah. Yeah. She can be really pretty. My ex-boyfriend of 7 years, he always thought Leslie was really pretty.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, he was always crushing on her. She's like, Leslie's really pretty. And I'm like, yeah, she's pretty. And she's my best friend, of course. I think she's pretty.
Yeah.
But Leslie's gained a lot of weight in the past couple years. But I think it's because of the stress that Bear puts her in. Because she didn't used to be like that. But I don't know. Maybe
I think-
some cuddle.
I wish I could. I think that no matter what, you should always want to be in some kind of good shape. You know, at least for your, you know, your spouse or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, my mom was always like that.
You're not supposed to
Like,
just
she
let
could-
yourself go and get comfortable.
Mm-mm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, my mom was always like that. Like, she'd be in her pajamas all freaking day, but before my dad got, like an hour before my dad got home, she'd get a shower, she'd do her hair, she'd do her makeup.
Yeah.
Like, she made sure she didn't look like whenever my dad got home. Like, she always wanted to look nice for him. And I think it's really important.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
I mean, you're stuck with me regardless, but I
Oh,
want you
okay.
to, like, just...
Sure.
I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, that woman's fine.
Fine as wine.
Mhm.
Super fine.
Oh,
Super.
oh, God.
You are fine, baby.
Hmm?
You are fine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got a live ass head game. Oh my god.
It wasn't my best moments. I was just trying to get it done.
Meh, meh. Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so like just going back and thinking about
Yeah.
that.
You get
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you felt me. I was like soaking through my clothes.
You're like a. What is that word? Like when somebody just always like can get at that. I can feel it.
Yeah. I get very easy. Like I always want to have. That's not even. Huh?
Not good.
I mean, I feel like I just like look at someone. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so. No, like of course, like I only get money for you.
Oh, okay.
The detectives also inquired about Charlene's interactions with Jacob Parker through phone calls made while she was at home. Charlene confirmed that she had received such calls.
You kind of see how that sounds from like my point of view. like a more recent thing than 3 years ago? No?
No, I've given him before, and that's what he was referring to.
Okay. And it was not in the jail?
No.
So do you think this dude's really gonna cover for you? Like if I bring him in here and we start playing this and all that, you really think this dude's...
He's gonna tell you what I told you.
I need you to tell me this when y'all met and all this stuff. Like, tell me that how all that happened with as much detail as you can tell me. Like everything that you can remember.
We just exchanged numbers and met up a few times, and well, I mean, it was more than just like a handful of times, but that's it. Like, I didn't, at the time, I didn't want to be in a relationship. I just gotten out of a 7-year relationship, so was I looking for anything serious? No.
So, like, how many times do you think y'all met up?
Maybe more than 5, less than 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you remember where all y'all met up at?
Usually it was just like, I don't know, it was how I played. It wasn't anything like we went places. I didn't want to date anybody and like be on mushy with anybody. It was kind of promoted.
And where was he living at the time?
What's the
Where's that at?
in New Caney.
You know, like what street or like what area in New Caney it was in?
I mean, I have horrible sense of direction. It's just in New Caney. Is it 90? No, 59. Wait, is there a 90? No,
Yeah, there's 59's like the main freeway that runs through
but
there.
there's not a 90. So then it must be 59. Yeah, something like 59, I think.
Okay. Where were you living at the time?
Here. Where in that address I gave you.
Oh, at Fountain. Okay.
Yeah, I've been there for maybe like close to 3 years.
Okay. And you had the same phone number?
Yeah.
And did you give one more than one? I mean, like, so my problem here is that you talk about how profound this was, like this giving him this was, but you like don't remember anything about it. It's like you're just telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it. You know what I mean? Like if it's that profound.
I mean, I gave him. How do you describe? I mean, is that?
Well,
what
I
you
don't
want
want to
me
know
do?
like about the just
Yeah.
so if this is a
He just said
factual thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it. Like I
Yeah,
feel
I
like,
mean, like we said in the car,
like when I asked you who was there, him of course, like when y'all met or whatever, and then when I asked like who else, you said it was like a bunch of friends,
yeah.
but like you can remember one
I mean, I
kid's
was with
name
my
after
friend
you
Chris.
think about it for 30 seconds. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's not making sense to me.
I mean, I was with my friend Christy, and there were other people there. I mean, some of them, like, I knew who they were that I'd seen before, but I didn't like know them personally or anything. I mean, it wasn't like they were my friends. I was there to hang out with my friend Christy because she was out of town, and I mean, she came from out of town.
Does Christy know this guy at all, or? Okay, so walk me through how y'all got to talking when y'all see each other in the jail again or whatever. Like, how did it build to this to where y'all are talking almost 400 times?
I'd seen him, and I mean, of course, I recognized him, and he recognized me, but it was just, there wasn't nothing like I mean, my thoughts weren't like I was going to pursue anything, you know, I can't speak for like his thoughts at the time, but it wasn't anything like that. And, you know, he was respectful. He never, you know, did anything to like signal or anything. And I guess I had gotten a message from his mom saying that I guess like Jacob had talked to her, and he mentioned that I was, you know, here, and he just told her to tell me like that he loved me or he missed me or he saw me. I don't remember, like something like that, like mushy, and then asked if he can call me, and then he just started calling me.
Okay, so
But it was over the course of, like, it wasn't just like one day. He was like, "Oh, I saw you," and then he just started calling me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So his mom reached out to you?
Yeah, she sent me a message. I mean, I've had her on Facebook.
Okay, so she sent you like a Facebook message?
Yeah.
Okay. What is her name?
I mean, I don't want to talk about what her name is. What? I mean, I don't want to get her involved in, like, this mess, you know?
It's really just like details of the story. There's ways I can find it anyways. It's probably his emergency contact in the jail. I mean,
I don't know what's your name. It's about Jacob and I, and we'll just keep it as Jacob and I. I mean, if y'all figure it out, obviously, I'm not gonna, y'all can do that, but I don't want to drag her in.
okay. So where was his house whenever y'all like first started talking on the phone?
Oh my God. I don't know. I guess maybe in the pod. I don't know. He was back and forth. Like, he would get fired, then he would, you know, come back, and then get fired and go back. At that time, I can't remember, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then like, how often do you see him back there?
I'll stop by. I'll be in there for like a minute or two, and then I leave. I mean, I don't go down there every day, but like if I'm in the area, I'll go in there.
What do like your coworkers say when that happens? Like,
Nothing.
I don't know, it just seemed, I don't know, like it would be out of the ordinary to me.
Nothing. I mean,
Do you play it
all
off as
talk-
something else, or do you?
we all talk, and like, you know, I would like to think we're all pretty close, so, you know, sometimes I'll go in there, or I'll go and talk to Bailey in Pod 7, or, you know, I mean, I'm familiar with all my coworkers, so I don't just like talk to like one person. Like, I talk to everybody. I know everybody on our shift, so like I'm in the area, and stuff. I just chit chat. I mean, I talk to, you know, whoever's in the pod. But I mean, I don't go in there like
And go
where's
straight to where
Parker.
he's at?
Yeah, no. I mean, sometimes he's asleep. Sometimes he's out on the rec yard, or, you know, I'm not like, where's he at? You know.
Okay. What did you mean a minute ago? You were like, we were talking about his mom's name. You were like, if y'all figure it out, you figure
Well, you
it
said,
out.
well,
But I
you
don't
said
want to
it's,
include her. Like, oh, you
I
mean her
just-
name?
yeah, I just don't want to, yeah, no, I don't want to drag her name in it. I mean, if she's on his emergency contacts, then
What kind of?
it's there.
Can you tell me what y'all's conversation was like without dragging her name into it? I'm just curious. That just, I don't know. I'm not wrapping my head around that. It just seems kind of different.
She just sent me a message, said, Jake told me he saw you and he missed you, or something.
Okay. Did you know her before this, or you said you were
Uh,
friends with her on Facebook? Like, did you know her?
Yeah, like prior, yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I mean, he lived with his mom, so it's not like.
So you'd been to her house and met her at her house and stuff like that? Okay.
Yeah.
do you have her phone number? So I asked that because those are things that I can like verify. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're telling me what you're telling me, but if I can call her and talk to her about how she knows you and all that stuff, that's.
Hey, baby.
Got that.
Baby, guess what?
What, babe?
I just won the blackjack game.
Yay.
I just won $30. I did.
Yeah.
I really wasn't. I really wasn't like tripping about not making a store this week because I've won the last 3 games in a row.
You crazy, baby.
Crazy about you.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. That's so fast.
Did you just call me a stupid?
Oh, that's what you sounded like a while ago.
No, I didn't say
Yeah, you did.
I mean, maybe just a little, but I didn't sound that much. You exaggerated.
That's so bad.
Dude, I need to clean out my fridge.
What are you doing, dude?
I'm putting the leftover macaroni and cheese in the fridge.
Oh my God.
Even though we all know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're not gonna eat them.
I am.
In 2 weeks, you're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be like a science experiment in that refrigerator.
It looks like that right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
Yeah, it's bad. It's not that bad, but yeah.
Oh,
I need to clean that fridge out. I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
You hit me when you're wet.
What are you gonna do if I just pop up and surprise you?
Dave, did you hear what I said?
What'd you say?
I said there's a lot of things I need to clean and get rid of before you come home.
Why?
I'm just you. I was trying to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
What? What could I possibly have? Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. You probably got this weird swing hanging from the ceiling. Candace probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that swing, you better believe I'd leave that for you.
Would you really?
Hell yeah.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag ball and everything?
Yeah, babe. For sure.
You would let me put you in it?
Yeah. That.
True. Is she like a big woman or what?
Leslie is very short. So, like, Leslie and I think we almost weigh the same, but she's very short. Like, short. Like, her 9-year-old daughter is almost as tall as her. Like, she's short.
So she's like.
So she looks really chunky. She looks like, if she was just maybe like 6 inches taller, like, I don't feel like she would look as chunky, but she's just really short, and so she's
Really?
just squish tall. She can be, yeah. Yeah. She can be really pretty. My ex-boyfriend of 7 years, he always thought Leslie was really pretty.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, he was always crushing on her. He's like, Leslie's really pretty. And I'm like, yeah, she's pretty. And she's my best friend. Of course, I think she's pretty.
Yeah.
But, Leslie's gained a lot of weight in the past couple years. But I think it's because of the stress that Bear puts her in. Because she didn't used to be like that. But, I don't know. Baby,
I think-
come cuddle.
I wish I could. I think that no matter what, you should always want to be in some kind of good shape. You know, at least for your, you know, your spouse or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not-
Yeah, my mom was always like that.
You're not supposed to
Like,
just
she
let yourself go and get comfortable.
Mm-mm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, my mom was always like that. Like, she'd be in her pajamas all f***ing day, but before my dad got, like an hour before my dad got home, she'd get in the shower, she'd do her hair, she'd do her makeup.
Yeah.
Like, she made sure she didn't look like rags whenever my dad got home. Like, she always wanted to look nice for him. And I think it's really important.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
I mean, you're stuck with me regardless, but I
Oh,
want you
okay.
to, like, just...
Girl.
I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, my woman's fine.
Fine as wine.
Hmm.
Super fine.
Oh,
Super.
oh, God.
You are fine, baby.
Hmm?
You are fine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got a live head game. Oh my God.
It wasn't my best moments. I was just trying to get it done.
Meh, meh. Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so like just going back and thinking about
Yeah.
that.
I guess
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you felt me. I was like soaking through my clothes.
you're like a. What is that word? Like when somebody just always like can get at that. I guess that.
Yeah. I get very easy. Like I always want to have,
Good.
like that's not even, huh?
Not good.
I mean, it's not like I just like look at someone, I'm like, oh my God. No, like of course, like I only get for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not just like, oh my God, look, I just saw someone's, oh, I'm sorry, only. No, like for you, but like, oh my God, I get so like,
Yeah.
mhm. And I
Did Jonathan
just
ever make it back today or what?
No, he said he said yesterday that he would let me know whenever he was on his way back so we could plan our trip. But
He ain't getting
He,
cold, is he?
huh?
I said he ain't getting cold feet, is he?
I don't know.
Huh?
I'll text him tomorrow. I'll text him tomorrow. I don't want to like be on top of him and make him feel like he has to answer to me. I mean, he's an adult, but
Yeah. He sounds young and
oh no,
is he really
he's
skinny?
older than me. No, he's really overweight.
Really?
Mhm. Like big time.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Like I took him like being like this really skinny, tall
You mean?
dude with the glasses.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I pictured him looking like Dexter's Laboratory, kind of.
No, he's big and he has really long curly hair and he has a puby looking beard and it's so disgusting.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, is his wife like? What the?
No, she looks like what's
Like a Barbie doll.
you know the Minions?
Yeah.
The guy the guy where he's really top heavy and then really skinny at the bottom.
That's what she looks like?
That's what his girl looks like.
Oh, my God.
She's super top heavy, like huge muffin top, like
Yeah. She looks,
big. And
she
then
looks like
she's
somebody
really
squeezed her at the legs.
yeah. She looks like a can of biscuits that just halfway busted open, top part.
She's out of line for even thinking about cheating.
I know. She's crazy.
What is that?
But you know,
What is that with people and thinking that they're just
Hmm?
when they're not?
No. I don't know. I was just glad whenever he decided to leave his old girlfriend because that had like 8 kids.
Oh my God.
And yeah. And my cousin Jonathan always wanted a family and kids.
Yeah.
And she had already tied her tube, so he would never have kids of his own. He would just always have them. And yeah.
He sounds like he's a super sweet guy, though.
He is so sweet. Like, he is so good to his women. He is, like, seriously, like, the best dad. He takes his daughter with him everywhere he goes.
He even talked about that little boy more than he talked about his own daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, he practically raised him.
Yeah.
You know?
I love you.
I love you, baby. You're my favorite. Did you laugh?
No, I didn't laugh.
What was that?
What do you mean? What was what?
It sounded like you sneezed or went or something.
Uh-oh.
No.
You're my favorite.
You're my favorite.
You're my favorite in the whole world.
Babe.
What?
Babe, is Jax gonna die?
No, he's fine.
You have 1 minute left.
I love you.
Love you, baby.
I love you times 3.
I love you times 3. I love you, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna ask, but I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
So that's not really up to me. Internal Affairs is aware of the allegation, and they will probably their investigation is separate from ours because it's 2 totally different things. So
Yeah.
it is a possibility, but I don't, like I said, I don't make that decision either. So spell your first name again for me.
SHARLEEN.
And your birthday again.
5/10 of 89.
And I'll give you a rundown of some of this stuff a little better here. And
200
200
Fountain Lane. And apartment is 12304.
12304.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's kind of a mind twister there.
There's a 0 in the middle.
Yeah.
And Conroe 77304.
So this form saying that you authorize the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office to search, collect, take, process. That's the wrong damn form, of course. What? All that again? I'm sorry.
That's right. SHARLEEN. 10 of 89. 200 Fountain Lane. 12304. 77304.
Phone number?
936 499.
For the iPhone, that's the phone. It's just saying. So basically, what the software does, it just takes everything off of it. So it's saying that you authorized for that. So if you go to that, you just sign. Give me just a second there.
Alright.
So, my partner started the phone stuff, so we'll get that done as soon as we can.
Okay.
The way, kind of the way this goes from here is we talk to the district attorney's office. They make the determination on charges and all that stuff. So I don't have an answer for you there on that right now. But I will be talking to them about everything.
What kind of charges? Like,
So it's illegal to have contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the ball kind of be in their court, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
I mean, would I go to jail?
That's up to the DA's office. But employment-wise, I will make some notifications and then we'll get the ball rolling on that stuff too, okay? So if you'll just hang tight for me in here for a little bit, I'm gonna get some stuff squared away. You need water or anything? I'll get you a cup of water.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. So the phone finished now, just waiting on it to generate the report, and then it'll be done. I talked to like the internal affairs people, and they're gonna send somebody over to talk to you to start their side of it. So it's brought to my attention. You mentioned there have been some drug stuff in the jail. Do you have anything to do with that at all?
No, absolutely not. I've never even smoked weed in my life.
So I guess they have some evidence they've gathered, like the drugs with the bags.
Yes, I did find a bag of.
Would it? And I don't think they're worried about the one today. I think there's been something going on before that. But would you be willing to consent to a DNA swab just so they can test that against that?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
absolutely.
And you know what? I already filled one out because that's the form I accidentally had.
Oh, did
Remember?
you?
Yeah. Remember
I'll take a drug
okay.
test. I'll take all that. I've never done any of that or anything. So.
Yeah, when I said earlier, oh, that's the wrong form, but
No,
I had
no,
a DNA form. So I have your information in here. This is just saying that you consent to, but what it is a buccal swab. Like I bring two Q-tips, I'll give them to you, you swab them around in your mouth, we put them in a bag, and
Okay.
that's it. So if you consent to that, if you'll just sign right there.
Is it supposed to show?
See what this gilbert's doing. Okay, it should be now. And I'll get the stuff to do that here in just a
Okay. Bad timing, but I really have pee.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Give me just a second.
Yeah.
Can we do that little test? Can we do the swab
Yeah,
first?
that's fine.
Okay. Give me just a minute. It won't take me but a second.
Okay.
We'll knock
Yeah,
that
that's
out.
fine.
Alright. So like I said, I'm going to tear this open, let you grab them, just like 5-10 seconds, just rub them in each cheek, and then I'll
Side
hold this
turn
open. Yeah, I'll hold this open.
Like do them separate?
No, you can do them together,
Oh.
make it easier. They're not. It's not like uncomfortable. It's just weird because we're rubbing like dry cotton in your mouth.
Ultimately, Charlene O'Banion received a 100-day jail sentence as a consequence of the case and the investigation. Of course, her career was never the same. At least Charlene received some punishment for her corruption, unlike Stephen in our next case, who quietly got away with his heinous act without any legal implications. #2. The corrupt pervert officer meet Stephen Chesson, a former police sergeant whose career took a shocking turn when he faced accusations of public indecency, marking a moment when a corrupt cop realized his days in law enforcement were over. Our story dates back to 2013 when an incident unfolded in Newburyport. A woman reported witnessing a man engaged in inappropriate behavior inside his truck near an ATM. The woman, who dared to report the incident, stated that the man noticed her observing him, continued his actions, and eventually drove away. She managed to provide a partial license plate number and, to her surprise, saw the same truck parked at the local police department when she went there to file her complaint. The man in question turned out to be none other than Stephen Chasson, who at the time held the position of a police sergeant in Newburyport. The situation placed the police department in a difficult spot, considering whether to press charges against one of their own. Ultimately, Stephen was allowed to resign from his position. However, the story took a more interesting turn when it was revealed, through obtained records, that Stephen initially misled investigators but eventually confessed after receiving immunity from prosecution. The city authorities resisted the release of these records for several months, yielding only when ordered to do so by the Massachusetts Secretary of State's office. Now let's dive deeper into how a detective skillfully uncovered Stephen Chasson's deception.
So you know the incident we're talking about. We're talking about the Water Street incident. Okay. Have you ever gone on the IMC computer and pulled up that incident itself?
I have.
How many times have you done that?
I think 2 or 3 times,
Why?
just to check on it and see if there's any more updates or whatnot.
Okay. When was the last time you looked at it?
I think I looked at it this morning.
Okay. With the intent of just keeping track of what's going on with it?
Right.
Okay. Has there been any changes in it?
Not that I noted, no.
Okay. How often do you get your hair cut?
Monthly.
And where do you go?
I go to Salisbury Square, but the last time I went to the place next to Panera, it was on a Wednesday.
Swivel?
Yeah.
And how long ago was that to get your last one done?
Wednesday, probably 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Do you chew tobacco?
On occasion.
Occasion being,
Some points regularly, some points, I quit for a month or two, a week here, a week there. Yeah, I do.
is it stress driven? Is it just habit driven?
Habit, nicotine, I guess.
On the 17th, which is the date that we've all been talking about.
Yeah.
Were you at the police station that morning?
I was.
How long?
I think I left here around I came here at 10. Me and Chucky had a meeting with Tony King and Steve Sforza in the morning. I came here after that around 10 o'clock. Probably left here around a little bit before 11.
Is that the only time you've been to the station that day? Or if you can
I
remember?
believe so, yeah.
All right. And you remember what you were wearing that day?
I was wearing white cargo pants and a red shirt similar to this. I don't know what my footwear was. I assume sneakers.
And you operate the truck, the rust colored truck?
Yeah, that is my vehicle.
And it's got it had the registration 359
BPH.
Paul Henry.
Yes.
Did you have the truck that day?
Yes.
Were you on Water Street, or Federal Street, or any of these streets near there that day?
No, I wasn't.
Not near any of them?
No. Well, it was probably on Water Street maybe, but actually no, it still would have been Market Square if I went up state, so no,
So you never went down that way at all?
never.
For any reasons that day?
Well, no, not
The
for any
entire
reason.
day, when you left here, where'd you go?
I went to the North End Boat Club, checked on my boat, and then I went home.
Was there anybody at home that would,
Yeah, my wife.
okay. You know where the ATM machine is on Water Street, correct?
Yes.
Where's that located?
On the east side of the Tannery Building
Okay,
on Water Street.
facing water? Yeah, I guess.
The detective's investigation began with inquiries about the events of that fateful day. Of particular interest was whether Stephen had used his authority as a police officer to interfere with the investigation.
And you've changed the registration of your truck.
I have.
Why did you do that?
Because a woman came in here and said that was the truck who she saw somebody in. And, if somebody was doing that with a truck similar to mine, with a plate similar to mine, I talked to Greg Whitney and he suggested I change my plate, and so I did.
Do you think that's kind of like a drastic move?
Not really, it's free, it didn't cost me any money, it was just, she keeps on seeing that plate here and keeps on thinking it's me. I was just trying to, like I said, I didn't run out and change the plate. I know how it looks to some people, but, you know, when she came into the station, my place of work, I figured try to, you know, just, you know, stop her from seeing that truck here. I didn't want attention drawn to me or the PD.
Okay. So you got red plates, new red plates.
Right.
Are they both on the truck or just one?
Just one right now.
Was it two?
There was.
So you've taken one off again?
I have.
Why?
The bolts, it rattled. I have to get bolts that don't hit the back of it, so it'll tighten up.
Okay. Do you know the lady, or you've read in the reports then, who the person, who
Right.
the victim is? Do you know this person?
Never,
Have you ever met her?
no.
Any interaction with her?
Not that I know of, no. You know, when I first thought about this, I was thinking maybe a drug suspect or something, but, you know, I don't know her, you know, from a hole in the wall, pretty much.
So you didn't commit any sexual acts on Water Street?
Absolutely not.
And no reason to understand why someone would be accusing you of it?
No, I have no open cases. I have no, you know, I don't think it's that. Originally I did, but, you know, there's really no reason to go after me, you know.
Is there anything you can explain to me or make me understand that would, you know, you're saying you didn't do it? I mean, she's describing, you've seen the report, she describes you to a T. The cargo pants, the dark curly hair.
I really don't think I have curly hair. I have dark hair. But no, I can't explain that away. I honestly can't.
And can you explain why a vehicle similar to yours shows up on the ATM cameras?
No. Probably the vehicle that was there. You know, it's, you know, if there was somebody there in a vehicle like mine, it could have been that vehicle.
Do you know of any other trucks that look like yours with that plate number on it?
Not with that plate number, no. There is a truck around here with green plates, but it's different, different registration. Me and Josh saw it the other day in Salisbury. We were doing a drug thing. You know. The only difference on that one is a single cab, and I think she described the vehicle that was there as a single cab.
I'm between a rock and a hot plate on this one.
I know how it looks.
It looks
I do.
really bad.
I know.
And if you've got some situation going on, you know, I suggest now's the time to say it, because from here, it's only gonna get worse. If there's something going on that you wanna talk about, that you wanna move forward with, at this moment, this is the only time it's gonna happen.
There's nothing I can think of. I wasn't there that day. I wasn't on Federal. I wasn't in the tannery. I wasn't there.
Okay.
I'll volunteer to give you my cell phone records. And if they can show the tower where they're from, it'll show the timestamps on where I was when I received that. I was texting you that day about a rubber boat, right around the time of this. I was, well, the earlier calls I was here, I talked to Chris McDonald, I talked to an Ipswich police officer about a dive training, and then I'm back home when I'm on the phone there. You know, I'm not sure what time you text me. I think it was around 11. I don't remember. And, you know, I still have them in my phone if you want to see them right now.
Yeah, whatever you got that's.
What time did this allegedly happen? That wasn't, I don't think, in the report.
11:52.
11:52.
You know, what's funny is the day before you texted me a picture of a car.
Yeah,
I had a red plate, but
you know, and I went back and looked for that, and I had deleted it.
I have it right here.
Oh, you
Just
still
if
have
you want
that
to make a
text?
note. Yeah, I have all the day
I
before.
remember that.
You know, I have to go back again. The day before, he texted me a picture, car the same as mine, obviously not my plate, it was a red plate.
What's the plate on that?
Yeah, you really can't
You
see.
can't read it,
No,
even if you blow it up?
you can't blow it up.
What caught the detective's attention was that normally innocent individuals tend to dismiss outrageous claims without much concern. However, in Stephen's case, he took deliberate steps to change his license plate number, raising suspicions and making the detective question his innocence.
Yeah, I remember seeing.
But honestly, Matty Cunningham, I was on a detail the other day, Matty Cunningham called me, you know, busting my balls saying, stay away from the donuts. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, I just saw you, stay away from the donuts. You know, it was at Cider Hill. You know, again, you know, a truck like mine, you know. But let me get to that day. September 17th. You sent me a picture at 10:55. Two pictures at 10:55 of a boat you're looking at.
Okay. Did you respond? I don't remember.
At noon I responded. I was on the road when I got it.
Where were you?
At my house.
You were at your house at noon?
Yes. I typed nice. You gonna go for it? You responded back at 11:59, taking my time. At 12 you came back. Nice little boat though. I responded at 12:01. Yeah, it is. You came back at 12:07, 40 mile an hour top speed. 12:08. I said use it for dive training. You can write it off.
What was the earliest text that you sent?
The earliest one I sent was 59,
What's that?
11:59.
11:59. What's that say?
It says, yeah, it is. Oh no, hold on. It says, nice. You gonna go for it? Question mark. If you want to see it, it's right here. And then we go on. Because I'm sitting at my computer, I actually sent you a photo of one in Seabrook. Yeah. I said go to boattrader.com. I took a picture of the screenshot. I said go to boattrader.com, type in 15-foot Zodiac, and then search New Hampshire. The boat is a good deal. Asking $16K, barely used. And that was at 12:14. And then we have a. You just said thanks after that, but you can see from the picture, I'm just, you know, it's a screenshot from my computer.
In an attempt to appear innocent, Stephen made up a false alibi and tried to corroborate it using his phone records. Furthermore, he attempted to manipulate the detective by showing confidence and requesting access to his phone's GPS records for the specific time in question. However, the detective's sharp questioning exposed gaps and contradictions in Stephen's story, leaving little doubt that his deception was on the edge of crumbling, forcing him to confess.
You can have my cell phone records, you know, get tower information. My wife was home this whole time.
So what times were you home that day? You were from when you left here. What time?
Left here, went to the boat, stayed there for 5 minutes just to make sure the bilge pumps were working. I hadn't been on it in a long time. So I'm guessing I got your text on the way home, which was 11.
So you weren't home at 11.
It's not home at 11, probably just after that.
You tell me. I mean, estimate. 11:05, 11:10.
11:15.
You say you were here from 10 to 11. I suppose we can check to find out when you left the building.
Right.
Okay, so you leave the building and then you go where?
The boat club.
So you go to the boat club, and you're there for how long?
5-10 minutes. Just went down, make sure the boat was floating,
And from the boat club, you go right home.
straight home.
But you said you were down in Market Square.
No, I said when I came over the bridge from meeting with Truckee, I may have gone through Market Square to get to the station. But, I didn't stop anywhere, or anything like that. So that would have been around 10 o'clock. But I wasn't east of Green Street when I left here. And that was right around 11, 10, 55, somewhere around there. Whenever I left here.
Okay.
And you were at your house until when?
Texted with you for a while. Probably left there around 12:30. Actually, no, I went for a walk with my wife. So it was probably in the afternoon if I went anywhere.
Estimate, if you left your house
I left my house with my wife for a walk.
at 12:30.
Yeah, 12:30. It was right after I was done texting you. We walked the entire rail trail down to Stripers.
Also, how long were you? How long?
Hour. That's when Gregory called me. I was down pretty much at Stripers
Where were you when I called you?
on the way back.
You were on the rail trail with her?
Yeah, so I have that in my call log. I'll have that.
Did anyone see you on the rail trail?
Not that I can know.
That you didn't run into anybody you recognized?
No. I'm there all the time, so I can't.
How often do you walk the rail trail with your wife?
We've probably done it this fall, probably 3 or 4 times.
How would September 17th stick out in my mind that you guys walked the rail trail from any other day?
Because I told her, like somebody just accused me of, off in front of, the way Gregory explained it first, somebody was standing in front of the ATM. And then, so she'll remember that day. Almost there.
So if somebody saw a pickup truck like yours from here on Federal Street later in the morning, early afternoon,
It was not mine.
it's not yours.
Absolutely. All right, 17th. I called Brian Reed at 10:19 here from Ipswich PD to Ipswich PD. I called Chris McDonald 10:21. Brian Reed called me back at 10:22. Chris McDonald called me back at 10:33. And Greg Whitney called me about this incident at 12:56.
At 12:56, you're where?
I'm pretty much at Stripers on the rail trail. I call him back 4 minutes later to find out if he's actually serious.
So did you talk to him or leave a message?
I talked to him.
Oh.
Lieutenant called me at 1:46.
For about this?
Yeah, he was kind of, hey, I heard you were in front of the, tannery. Greg Whitney called me back at 1:53. I called him back at 2:05.
Let's go back up around the 11 o'clock then.
All right.
11:50.
So 11:33 is when I was talking to Chris McDonald here, and I left shortly after that. So,
So 11:33, you're still here.
yes. My next phone conversation was at 12:56 with Gregory. He called me.
So 11:33, you're here talking to
Chris
McDonald.
McDonald,
How long after that conversation did you leave?
probably right after.
Okay, so you leave here right after, head to the boat. right?
Yep.
At Boat Club. And your next phone after the 11:33 is what?
Next phone is 12:56. Gregory calling me.
About the first time, right?
Right.
Okay. So let's go back to your text. Go back to your text.
Okay, I got it.
Set around 11:45, 11:40. Let's see, what time is it? It was 11:52
or
Okay,
53.
so set about 11:40.
I have nothing until 11:59.
11:59.
That's when I text the lieutenant. And we have a conversation through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 texts between 11:59 and 12:16.
So 11:59, he texts you.
No, he
No,
texted me at
I'm sorry.
10:59.
Right.
I was on the road when I got that. I went home, and then I got back to him at
So
pretty much
you got a
noon.
text from him at 10:59
Right.
that,
He just texted me 2 pictures of a boat.
I'm sorry, Steve. 10:59, he texts you.
10:55. I'm sorry. 10:55. He texted me 2 pictures of a boat.
10:55.
It was about an hour later I got back to him.
What time did you get? So 10:55, you get the text from him.
Yeah, and
What's
I was
the
on the
next?
road, so I was between here and home.
Okay. So 10:55, you get a text from him showing you 2 pictures.
Right.
You get back to him when?
11:59.
You say, nice, you're going to go for it.
I said, "Are you going to go for it?" Let me get back to it. You can take screenshots if you want. I said, "Nice, you're going to go for it."
So the only text that you have from 10:55 was the 2 pictures came in from him.
Right.
And an hour later, 11:59.
Yeah.
You take and tell him you're gonna go for nice. You're gonna go for
Right.
it. And at 10:55, you're on the road going home.
Yeah.
But you tell me at 11:30 you're still here talking to Chris McDonald.
Oh. I left here at 10:20. My last conversation with Chris was at 10:23. I have it right here.
Am I wrong? Or did,
I can
No,
show
I
it
thought
to
you said 11:23.
No, 10:23. I'm talking to Chris McDonald and Brian Reed right after
Okay,
each
you-
other.
okay.
I'll show it
I'm
to you
just,
right
no,
now.
I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to get it correct. My understanding was you said the first one you had was 11:33. Talked to Chris McDonald, and you left the station right after that and went to the
It
boat
was
club.
10. I'll pull it up again. It was 10:23, I think, or
Okay.
10:33 is when I started those. I'll show it to you right now.
So you left the station at 10:23.
10:30. So
Okay.
Let me find out exactly when the last conversation was with
And then
Chris.
you went to the boat club.
Right.
So that's NJCR, correct? Good on.
10:17. Brian Reed from Ipswich at 10:19. Chris McDonald, 10:21. Brian Reed called me back 10:22. I think I was talking to Chris. Brian buzzed in. I said, I'll get back to you. 10:33, McDonald.
Okay, so.
I left here.
When you were talking, you said 11, so.
I'm sorry.
So it's 10:33.
Right.
You're talking to McDonald at the station, and you left here shortly thereafter to go
Right.
to the boat. From the boat, you went home.
Yeah, a few minutes at the boat. Went home.
10:55.
Got the 2 texts from the lieutenant.
Okay, so you're saying by 11 o'clock, you're at the house, and the only time you leave is
Yeah.
to go for a walk with your wife.
Right. And I don't know if I left in the afternoon for anything, but, you know, the walk took up. I don't know if I was working midnight that night or not. You know, I don't know if I went to bed or whatever, but I definitely didn't go back to Newburyport, you know, in that area, especially after Greg told me, you know, description of the vehicle and everything.
Okay. Here's the problem I'm having. I've got a lady that describes a guy that fits your description. The
Somewhat.
haircut.
I don't think the haircut does. I've never had curly hair, so, but,
Well, dark hair, wavy hair, wearing cargo pants, driving an orange burnt truck with the 3 initials to your plates.
right.
That appears to be chewing tobacco. All right, it's got a lump right in the front of his chin, which you admittedly do.
Well, with Dyson hairs, but I don't put it in the front of my chin. I put it on the side of my mouth, but,
Okay.
no, splitting hairs, but.
So I'm asking, I'm just looking for some way, given the circumstantial evidence that we have here, you know, the next step.
Can
is
she
that,
do a lineup? Can she do a,
Um,
you know,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure she can pick you out of the lineup.
well, I'm hoping she wouldn't pick me out of a lineup. Can she see me and say, no, that's not him, or I don't see the person here?
She's not confident. So now we're back to all the circumstantial stuff. I've got a burnt colored truck parked in front of the bank. I've got your plate number, the last 3 numbers of a plate that's yours.
Yeah.
I've got you changing your plates.
Well, changing my, you
Well,
know,
I'm just telling you what the facts are.
all right.
You've never come down to speak to me not once about this, never to say anything other than, you know, like I was never there, anything.
I thought it went away. You know, I thought this was,
Well,
this is 6 weeks later, and, you know,
If you thought it went away, why do you keep looking at the report?
just to see if anything's changed.
Why would you do that?
Just to see if, you know, Gregory got anything back, any more, you know, evidence or whatnot.
What would it matter if it wasn't you?
I'd like to find out who it was. You know, I think Gregory would come to me, but, you know, Gregory doesn't come to me anymore. So, you know, I figured, you know,
I
something.
feel like you're out there by yourself.
Yeah.
You've reached out to nobody.
In what way?
Well, you say, oh, I'm saying, I guess.
I was reaching out to Greg, seeing if he found out anything, and he said he was out looking for the truck, stuff like that. Quite honestly, I was too. You know, I almost got in an accident over at Tom's Discount. I saw a truck like mine, and, you know, I went to look at it and almost ran into the guy in front of me. You know, it's not like, you know, I just thought, you know, nothing happened after the first week or 2.
Following the allegations of a serious sex crime, Stephen was placed on paid leave. However, after failing a polygraph test, he eventually admitted to the allegations, but only when granted immunity from prosecution. Although Stephen was never formally charged with a crime, he quietly resigned from his position within the police department. According to the records, Stephen admitted that his pants were open, and he was engaged in inappropriate behavior, although he denied that it amounted to masturbation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.